Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a program called Your Love Story for July 2020. And this is you coming from Scorpio. First, let me show you my email address. If you wish to have a 90-minute session with me, which will cost you USD $50 to know your next 9 years, and I'll show you how to formulate your own personal lucky lottery numbers. I'll show you how to reach that supernatural energy within you and a lot of other information. We'll talk about that later. The first 15 days of July, you coming from Scorpio, are not so good. The planets of love, the planets of romance are all down. So you have to be careful that you have to need to treat your partner more carefully in the first 15 days of July. So if you find a new romance in the first 15 days of July, be careful that you will inherit somebody who may be very disagreeable with you, very dominating with you, and may even have some things to hide of the past. So take your time with this person, learn the character first. If you meet somebody in the first 15 days of July, you need to understand more about this person. If you have an ongoing romance, that's going to be very troubled. The planets of emotions are all in disarray, and the planets of wanting control are very active, and the planets of arrogance are also seen. So you'll need to be cautious how you handle your ongoing romance partner. Otherwise, very easily things can be stretched, and not talking to each other can lead to not wanting to see each other. That can happen in the first 15 days of July. If you are married, then you also have to be cautious in what you say and do. Well, it's you listening to me. So try to be as responsive in a positive way as much as you can, where your marriage is concerned, simply for the first 15 days of July. Don't want to bring up issues that are thorny or very touchy. If your partner does that, take it with a pinch of salt. Tell yourself it's only the first 15 days of July. Let that pass. The last 16 days of July, for you coming from Scorpio, they are also not too good. Well, there's only one planet causing problem, the planet of secrecy. So make sure that if you find a new romance in the first 16 days, this person is going to be very secretive. Make sure you study the background, ask about this person. There's a lot of secrecy about this person. And also, the person may be very shifty, meaning that may say one thing today and do another thing tomorrow. So this person would be full of ideas of bigness, but you have to tell yourself this new romance may produce problems for you. So go slow in the last 16 days of July. If you find a new romance, go slow. Don't give your heart away too quickly. If you have an ongoing romance, well, that ongoing romance is not going to be very stable. And what you need to do is to avoid being dominating and stubborn. At the same time, is you listening to me. You don't want to go astray and see somebody else in this last 16 days of July. It will be exposed very quickly, and that would give a lot of trouble to your ongoing romance. If you may find that you suspect your ongoing romance partner doing this, seeing somebody else on the side, then you investigate. This is very possible can happen. If you're married, then you need to be very understanding, because there are planets there that can unveil things of the past. Well, is you listening to me, don't want to bring anything about the past to be discussed in your marriage area. You'll go out of control. And if it's your marriage partner who brings such things up, be calm about it. Be calm and be understanding about it. I also worry that either you or your marriage partner may become very dominating. Well, you should just quieten down and be more flexible. So you can help your marriage that way very much. And now you coming from Scorpio, your lucky ages are going to be, if you happen to be the ages of 22 or 31 or 40 or 49 or 58 or 67 or 76 or even 85, you're going to be one very lucky person in the arena of love, be it the romance or marriage areas. You can form, now let me see where I'm going for Scorpio. Yes, now your lucky colors. Your lucky colors for the month of July are going to be light blue, very fast colors. They bring good news of areas of love and marriage very quickly when you wear light blue in the month of July. Your directions to face to bring good luck would be the direction west. Face west when you want to make that important phone call to somebody you're chasing. Face west when you're discussing things. Face west for anything in the month of July. It will help you in the areas of romance and marriage. And also, your lucky days are going to be Tuesdays. Do important things on Tuesdays in the month of July. A zodiac sign that may give you trouble. Somebody from Pisces may give you trouble in the month of July where romance or marriage is concerned. And this, if you happen to have a marriage partner who is from Pisces, an ongoing romance partner who is from Pisces, a new found romance who is from Pisces, you'll have to deal with this person very, very carefully. It's all touch and go. Things said and done can easily upset everything. You can form a good attachment to somebody from Sagittarius that is shown in the month of July. So somebody from Sagittarius showing interest to you or you showing interest to somebody from Sagittarius would be worthwhile following up. It'll give you some dividends. Well, that's the information I have for you. And what about the 90-minute session? This 90-minute session is going to be very important in your life. It could be your turning point for the next 9 years. And I'll show you how to do the things that you're wanting to do. You will have the energies all waiting to be used up in the 9 years, age by age, calendar year by calendar year. I'll show you how to formulate your own personal lucky lottery numbers, how to reach the supernatural energy so that you can become somebody very special in the world. And I'll show you how to benefit from your lucky colors and lucky gemstones and lucky days and lucky directions. People who have become so lucky, they're worth billions and they're so famous and they're able to have control over their lives. They have connected with that powerful energy. Some call it the soul, some call it the spirit, some call it the guide. And I'll show you how to do that in this 90-minute session. So send me that email, and here it is again. Send me that email and let me get this 90-minute session with you. And it will change the course of your life to become a luckier person in many, many ways. I wish you the best of luck for July. Until then, thank you and goodbye.